Hello, today we're going to talk about a toy from Kamen Rider Gaimu toy line. Unlike the other previous toy reviews, we're going to be doing this all live action. Mainly because it's late tonight and my voice is, if you don't hear it, is kind of weak. I got a cold and I just want to do this real quickly. And yeah, so before I continue, I just want to remind you that somebody in Williamsville, New York, loves you. Now, what we're going to be doing is the big toy for the Christmas season. Every year around December or late November, Bandai likes to create an interest in a big product for Kamen Rider. And in the before Kamen Rider Decade, what it was the final form device. But now, ever since noisy train in the background, there is a train track in the back. So yes, you will hear trains. As I was saying, after Decade, what they started doing was releasing a large toy in relation to the Kamen Rider of that year. The previous ones were with Wizard was a dragon bike, Forze was a dozer bike, O's was, I think it was a bike, but I don't remember. And with Double was his car. Okay, I didn't get the car, but it was a big transformation car. Okay, today we're going to look at the Sweeter Arms from Kamen Rider Gaimu. Let's take a look at the box. It's a big thing, and it kind of looks like a Gundam. If you're a Gundam fan, you might like it, but if you're not a Gundam fan like I am, you kind of like, well. Alright, this is the front of the box. Now, today I'm doing camera by myself, so most of the shot's going to be stoic, but I'll try moving it around a little bit. Here, the price is 4,220 yen. That's the cheapest. Everywhere else is like 5,000 or up. Bandai's price is asking for 6,000. Okay, so that's the big Christmas item. Although this is like a suit, it does come with an action figure. Okay. Okay, so that's the front of the box, and it says Odama. Talks about the three forms. On the side of the box, we have the gyro mode. On the other side of the box, we have a CG picture of the robot mode. Top of the box shows this. Okay. On the bottom, this is a quick message saying that this will fit all these three figures. These are the three figures that are out right now. More to come in the future. Alright, this is the back of the box. Okay. The watermelon itself, the hover gyro mode, the Yuri mode, the big robot mode, displaying how the eyes will change color if you put the overly sized helmet on. Different modes. Here we have Kamen Rider Ryukin in it, and here we have the actual Gaimu toy in it. This does come with a figure, but the figure does not have much paint on it, nor does it have much articulation. In fact, let's talk about the toy right now, the little action figure that comes with it, because I think it's a neat selling factor. Okay, I'll zoom in on this a little bit. Alright, so He's basically a very limited articulated Gaim. Okay, his hands are open, but you can't close them. The only articulation in the arm is it moves up and down. Okay, it has a slot in the head for pieces, and it even has the peg holes for armor. Has a detail of the belt, and for the legs, the leg movement is that this can be turned around. Okay, in fact, the instructions say that these parts can be pulled off if you want, but I don't want to do that. Okay, this is a nice selling point because this means that you don't need to buy another figure for this suit to work, which is kind of a nice aspect. Also, because I'm trying to find an armor. Here we are. Because it already has these peg holes, they can take any armor on this, like this pineapple armor, and attach, as you would normally do the other figures. I'm trying to do that right now. Excuse me. Alright. This is kind of on, but see? It fits. For some odd reason it's not fitting right now, but as you see, if you don't have another Gaim figure, this makes a decent copy. You can't hold a weapon, and his eyes don't change color, but you know, if you say, oh, I need another Gaim for whatever reason, there you go. You have one. You could probably call, and if you really want to, you could just paint the details on. Again, his hands don't close, and that's the only thing that's kind of wrong about it. On the back, he has a peg. Let's see if I can show you that. Here he has a peg right here that's to fit in for the vehicle. Alright, let me move this and bring in the vehicle. This vehicle, out of the box, came in many different parts. Okay, I'm not going to take it apart now, but the shoulder pads was off, the back was off. You had to put all these on, and they fit very easily, and it took about less than 5 minutes to put everything together. The only thing that was originally attached to the body was the arms and this chest plate. This and the legs. This was off, and yeah, that was about it. And of course, I got the helmet. Fits like this, and the blade that fits on. Let me show you for a second about that. The helmet has a groove here and a little dent for this groove and this dent, so you can fit like so. Okay, and you fit it on. Here we have two peg holes, one here and one here. For the watermelon mode, fit it like this. Okay. Zoom out and take a look at this. Okay. Alright, now let's take a look at the robot mode. Okay. First, I'll take this off. Open it up a little bit. Let's open them up. Yeah, okay. The shoulder pads, they're connected on, they have peg holes. And there's can be a little difficult to get off. Okay, so here, take the back off, move the legs down. Okay, and okay, so we got an opened up watermelon. As you saw, I just pulled the legs apart, and here we have it all opened up. For the robot mode, the shoulder pads go like this. Okay? You have to fold them inwards as such. Okay? Now, here we have pegs for the feet, and here we have a peg holder for the figure. Now, all of the Gaim figures do not have this back peg except for this guy, which makes him more ideal to use for this suit. Okay? Plus, the limited amount of articulation lowers the worry down that, you know, maybe he might fall and something might break off, okay? The heads, as I mentioned, are something that I'm worried about. Breaking off one of these days, or breaking in half. Okay, let's continue transforming this robot. He is kind of big, as you see. Okay, these pads are move down. Now, I place the feet under the peg holders. What I'm going to do is I'm going to lift these up to hold the figure. If you use any figure other than this guy, these will hold it into place. One thing about these sides, these do not fold all the way down. They fold a little bit like this, and that's all. Okay, they're meant to keep the figure in place. So hold this up. Okay, the arms are fairly articulated, and they're, as you see, you have a turning joint at the wrist. The hands open up all in one set of fingers, not two fingers, and at the elbow, the forearm twists. Okay, and as you see, you do have these grips, and these grips do not come off. Okay. All right, let's continue. Take the helmet, remove the blade, as I have, and slide this on. Try to this peg fits into this red peg here for this mode. Okay, and although it doesn't fit in completely well, it does fit this blade. What I mean is, although it has a bar and a little peg, and the hand has the same thing, having it fit nicely in there, it doesn't really work. It kind of fits nicely, but it's not as secure as it might be, you know. Okay, let's turn this thing around. Again, I'm sorry that I'm using my hands this time. Usually I like doing stop motion, but it's getting late, and you know, well, excuses. The back does open up, but it's only there to store the feet. Okay, it doesn't open up for any other mode. All right, it is a nicely sized robot. Let's compare him to Forza's Tower Mode. Excuse me. I activated the sound chip by picking him up. I'm sorry. As you see, he's the same size, okay? He's a little bit bigger, actually, than the Tower Mode of Forza, which is kind of cool. He does not have a sound feature or light feature, okay? Now let's put him into the hovercraft mode. Now to do that, it's very simple. All you have to do is first, let's fold the feet back. To do that, we fold the feet like here, and then like this, okay? Next, and this is the only thing I can say is slightly tricky, is, well, as I fold on these knee pads, to get the hand into the hand holsters. Okay, that worked out very smoothly that time, huh? And here we have that. Next, for the head piece, unfold this part. Okay, unfold the front, and in this upright position, fold this down. Okay, this now becomes the kind of like a safe plate. Fold this, and turn these pads around, and unfold this. The next step is to put the wings on. Now this helmet fits right here, same place where it was for watermelon mode. There you go. Take the sword and place it in as such. Make sure you fitting the groove into everything and the hole and slot and everything, and there you go. And there you have the watermelon gyro mode. I'm having a bit of trouble keeping it steady, so yeah, let's take a quick look at it. All right. Again, it's nice that this figure that it comes with has a back peg, so you don't have to worry about the toy getting loose and falling out. Let's take him out and put one of Kamen Rider characters, another Rider character in it. Okay. Silly me, I didn't prepare any of this. So, excuse me, I gotta take off the Ichigo armor. Talks amongst yourselves. In a week, I believe the White Melon character will be released, and at the same time, I think the next armor set will be released as well. I believe in 2 weeks, when the movie is released, they'll come out with movie toys, which will be the armor sets from the legendary riders, which is kind of cool. I'm kind of excited. They're goofy looking in some respects because they come down as giant heads. Okay. But still kind of cool. Alright, here we have his hand in. Put his peg. All these characters have peg holes so that they will fit into the feet. Okay. Alright, and let's fold this down. Alright, so this is a Kamen Rider Ryukin in the gyro mode of the watermelon. And real quickly, let me put him into robot mode. Okay. I had a friend of mine ask me what do I recommend for her son, and you know, I would say if you don't want to spend too much money, just this would be an ideal thing because it comes with a figure. It comes with a figure fairly set for Gaim action, and it's just a neat robot. Although it does suffer from this whole Gundam type look, and I'm not a big fan of it, but hey, so you know, keep in mind with the other figures, the guys don't stay too well in place, so use shoulder pads to keep in place. And after I transform this, it'll be the end of this review. So I want you to have a very good evening, and yeah, there's a little head poking out. Excuse me for a second. And there's so much armor, you really can't tell who's in there unless you really look at, you know, to see who's in the waist, okay? Maybe you might see a leg poking out, but for the most part, this is a neat toy, and yeah, at first I had my doubts for buying such a Christmassy expensive toy, but you know, I'm kind of digging it. Alright, thank you very much. Have a good night.